Welcome to The Witcher 3, where we are hopefully closer and closer to the end. So welcome guys to the stream. I'm hoping we could go ahead and get this finished, within the next stream or two. 'Cause it's been quite a long time since this game's been a part of the channel. And the faster it gets done, the more space it clears in the queue for other games. But be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and turn on the bell. So, alright, let me go ahead, connect the bot, and load up the thumbnail. Alright, so the bot's already connected. Good. So let me just put up the thumbnail, and we're good to go. So last stream, the game unexpectedly crashed, but nothing is missed. Right where it crashed is where we left off. So let me just get our thumbnail all good. There it is. Perfecto. What's up, Bad Impressions? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today, Mr. Wolf? Good, how about you? I'm doing pretty good. Flying high on the mountaintop. But yeah, Wolf, as I said, I'll agree to disagree on our disagreements. But be sure to share off the stream so you can get your friends to come to the stream. Or wait, we have no friends. I'm crazy. I need help. It's the killer.
What the bunch? What was that?
Got the Scarolds. Hallsville, Beauclair. Sometime tomorrow. Forest tomorrow. Wolf Forest.
I'm here.
This belonged to you, maybe?
It did, but you may keep it. I've a new one. I do not know you. I've done you no harm. Yet first you butchered a Bruxer who was dear to me. Now you pursue me. Why?
You've killed 4 innocent people, at least.
And you? How many innocents have you cut down?
Forest Realm. The Forest.
Not here to talk about me.
Yet that is exactly what we are doing. So, did they send you after me? Who are they?
What do you mean, they? Duchess hired me. You've been murdering her subjects.
Is it as simple as that? I would ask you to convey to the Duchess that I've but one victim left, but you'll not get the chance.
He's beautiful. What's up? I'm the devil. Welcome to the stream. Healing, no healing. PS Plus one soon feels bad.
To stay where you were. Regenerate. I know you're in trouble. I can help. I'll help myself. No, he's my friend.
What is this?
Yes, Geralt, it's me.
Regis? You alright?
All is well. All's in order. Wounds such as these heal on vampires in moments. But we've not seen one another in ages, my friend. At least in human terms, that is.
How's this even possible? Last I saw you...
I was a bubbling, shapeless smear, having been rather spectacularly melted into a column of a certain castle. In somewhat better shape now, as you can see. Hardly peak form, mind you, but were I human, folk would think me a demigod, I dare say.
I'm sorry. What happened? It was my fault. Never got a chance to apologize.
No need, Geralt. Bygones. I did not have to join you on that expedition. No one twisted my arm.
This is getting interesting.
Miraculous regeneration. How do you manage it?
I had help. From the one you hunt.
Him? How? And what have you been doing all these years?
Not the time nor place for such stories. I suspect we'll get a chance to speak at ease and at length later. Now, however, we must deal with the reason that brought us both here.
It brings me back after all these years.
So you being here, it's no coincidence?
Your powers of deduction seem to have waned not one bit. I'm happy. I came here for Detlef. I fear he's become entangled, landed himself in serious trouble.
So that's his name. He's your Friend?
You might call it that. Though Detlef is, how would you humans put it, more bestial than I am. But not to worry, I'm working on him.
Haven't exactly done a great job with that. He's killed one knight since I got here, at least 3 others before I arrived.
For good reason, I'm sure. Understand, Detlef is not some decadent shit who kills for sport, or to assuage a dryness of throat or a dullness of mood.
How can you be so sure? What good reasons could he possibly
So in your
have?
opinion, what are his reasons?
Precisely what I wish to find out. And then I will convince him of the error of his ways.
Got a lot of faith in the guy.
Despite appearances to the contrary, you two are quite alike. You've both noble hearts, yet you both are wont to perform ignoble deeds. When circumstances force you to, of course. Remember the year 964?
That was 3 centuries ago.
Blind fear gripped Rivia, Lyria, and Spala. Women and children were dying. Their mutilated, dismembered corpses littered the fields.
Brute of Lyria. Read about it. Chewed up almost 200, then fell to a common poacher supposedly armed with a dagger blessed by some prophet.
It fell to Detlef, who then found a poacher asleep in the brush near his snares and dropped the fiend's corpse at his feet. And thus, a legend was born.
Ooh. Hey, Foxy Boy, okay, bye. So just say hi and bye, Dino? Alright, catch you later, dude. Welcome, and see ya.
Vampires rarely help humans. Must have had his own agenda, hunting the beast.
You err. He slew it for one reason alone. The monster killed a lad who once in the street had offered Detlef an apple, expecting nothing in return.
Terribly noble of him.
You do not have a monopoly on altruism, my friend. Vilgefortz melted my body. Detlef found what was left. As per our codex, he had a choice. To leave me where I was, or to care for me and nurture my remains. He chose the latter. Regenerated me at no small expense in his own blood. Do you know what that means to a vampire? The gravity of the endeavor?
Probably same thing it means to a human. You owe him your life.
Much more than that. The act itself made us blood brethren. A bond so strong humans cannot even imagine. Which is why I know something ill is afoot.
Always had an overdeveloped sense of empathy.
Each vampire has a unique talent. One they hone over centuries. It's precisely what renders us so difficult to classify. Detlef's trump card is his herd instinct. His tribal propensity. In point of fact, he prefers the company of lesser vampires and shuns that of humans. If he walks among you, killing egregiously, it can only mean something's upset him immensely.
Interesting.
Anything specific? Some set of things that'd be likely to set him off?
How should I say this? Detlef doesn't understand men, their world, its rules, its conventions. He's naive in a sense. He doesn't comprehend your games, knows not what it means to lie, deceive.
Suggesting he's maladjusted and venting his rage.
I'm suggesting maladjustment can at times breed conflict. But is it the case this time? I cannot say, but intend to find out.
Gotta find him before something upsets him even more and all Beauclair is awash with blood.
Well, we share a cause then, just like the old days.
Not entirely. I mean, when I find him, you know.
I know you've a contract on his head. Yet your true task is to stop the beast killing, not necessarily to kill the beast, am I right?
All in all, sure.
Let us find him. By the time we do, I hope I'll have convinced you Detlef is no monster.
Fine, all right already. But for now, evidence is stacking up against him.
Hear that?
The posse. Knights must have tracked me here.
I'd prefer they not find me here. I've makeshift quarters at Mère Lachaise Long Cemetery. We'll meet there.
See you.
vampires. Spooky.
Witcher, we flew here as fast as our courses would carry us. Yet I fear we're late all the same. Pray, where is the beast?
Still investigating. About to inspect this site. Withdraw your men before they trample all over the evidence.
Sirs, we must let the Witcher do his work. Milton's murder cannot go unavenged.
This is fascinating stuff. What are you? A purchasing brief? So nothing fascinating. Alright, what's in my inventory that's droppable? I could use the silver sword now. Happy. So we've got quite a few silver swords that we don't really need. Let me drop the digger, actually. I'll take that one. There. Okay, guess we can't really go up that way. Alright, any cool quests or anything having to do with blah blah blah? What's up, Shay? Still shooketh? Shooketh enough, BBD. But how are you doing? I've also got a lot of secondary quests for Blood and Wine here, it looks like. Interesting, interesting. Just at work trying not to melt. And I saw on the Discord that it's a pretty hot day for you. My condolences. I actually prefer the hot over the cold, to be honest. Bad Wolf, love it. Yeah, that is a good one, Bad Wolf. Because you're bad at Fortnite? Okay, I should stop. That's mean. That's so mean. Yeah, it feels bad, Mungie. Feels bad. For it being that warm that early. Yeah, you have quite a day ahead of you, don't you? Sure. You're just mad that Skeptic is better at Fortnite than you. That's what it is.
Sir, a letter for you, sir.
A letter?
Who from?
Can't rightly say, sir. I was just to deliver it.
I guess we'll give the kid a tip.
Thanks.
No, sir. Thank you. And I truly hope I'll be of service again.
My dear Geralt.
I hope all is well.
Mungie.
I imagine you hot on the trail
You're
of
funny.
some nasty monster. Or is it an overly complex curse this time? Oh, Geralt, I wish I knew for certain. Whatever is keeping you busy, perhaps you'll need a break. For those moments, I offer you this intriguing little mystery I happened on in an old manuscript I bought off a merchant from Nazaire. The tome's author claims a certain Professor Moreau once called Beauclair home, and this professor conducted research into Witcher mutations. I don't know much else, but I suspect that alone might pique your interest. The tome mentioned a journal interred with the scholar when he passed. It could very well lead you to his laboratory. I'm enclosing a map I found folded in the tome. It's smudged in a few places, but I hope it proves useful anyway. Please be careful and come back to me quickly. Your Triss.
A professor who studied
Letters.
Witcher mutations. Might actually be worth looking into.
Turn and face a strange new quest.
With room for an army and two more. Mary had a little lamb whose fleece was white.
Okay, nothing special to read there. Just got read out loud to me. It's always nice. I like when people read to me.
Quite the fragrant.
What's up, Bugs Bunny Gaming? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Okay, we're going this way now. What happened to this guy? Why is he sleeping on the okay. Interesting. Wait, what actually is this? Perfumery. Oh, okay.
Now bring us some picky pudding and bring it right here.
Oh, Gotish found his way to the hotel for that.
Good? That's good to hear. Good. Why is this market so busy? I just want people to go away. Like, they could all go away. Okay, that's mean. I'm not saying that again. Come on, dude. Can't you see I'm walking here? I'm the main character of this story. I'm more important. You're just townsman. Goodness. People thinking they have the right of way. No, I'm walking. Ugh. You're not gonna get your fairy tale ending by walking into The Witcher. You're just gonna die.
Lungs. A real witcher.
What's up, Levi? Yeah, appreciate all that you're trying to do, and I might play Fortnite later. We shall see. I do have to work on those challenges. Good? It's good to hear. And now we're out of the cursed town where people just think they're cool and walk into you like, bruh. What's up, Brain? How are you doing? How much of a walk is it to this cemetery? Why am I even walking is a question. I'm just hoping it's not too much farther. So I don't feel like calling Roach over to ride him, even though it might be faster. You know what, let's look at the map. All hail the map. Oh yeah, it's not that much farther. Why did Dinosaur say no? And which group chat was that in? I'm confused. So Toxic Feller, how are you doing? Oh, come on. What are these stupid flowers anyway? Skeptic? Oh yeah, just kind of actually ran into him in another chat.
Regis. Couldn't have picked some other place to meet.
It's a spoopy cemetery. Now, let me just kill all these dumb plants. So yeah, Met's probably classifying it in a bigger way. Oh, a ghoul. Wait, do these flowers just grow each other or something? It's weird. Weird flowers that attack you. Skeptic sucks. I thought we were gonna agree to disagree, Mr. Bad Impressions. I don't want to hear any of that in the chat, or something bad will happen. Stream the Chinese New Year's pig on Overwatch. I may stream some. I don't know. Overwatch maybe Sunday. Well, I don't know. It's also Rainbow Day. She'll see. King unmodded and timed out. Hey, shut up. Who are you talking to, Bunny? Left accounting tables. That was the death of her. Poor Dominique. All she loved was accounting tables. But they killed her. Plants talking to all of us. Presence of God, you must listen. Alright, let's knock.
Regis! Damn it. Locked. No way I got the place wrong. This is it. Gotta be. Gotta be another way in around here.
Find the way into the crypt. Oh, I see a little tunnel thing. Let's read another grave. Paula Tekla Luxfa, alchemist and painter, discovered a new species of hedgehog, Paulus techus. Huh. A hedgehog. What a fascinating person there. You guys with the oh yeah stuff. I mean, I get what it means, I just don't know how I feel. Why am I trying to take this thing on with my bare hands is my question. There we go. Kikamore workers. What are they? I don't know.
Kikimores.
Kikimores. Still don't know what they are. But their monsters are trying to kill me. Yeah. Oh no. Yeah, if oh yeah stuff's the cool stuff, I'm gonna go, oh no. Mostly because most of those people are toxic. Oh, guess that's not the way in. I think you guys are freestyling in the chat. Interesting.
Something here.
There is something here.
Kira gave me. Interesting.
Ooh, a relic. And now we're way down again. Who are we talking about now? Now I'm just confuzzled. Oh, hey, look. The required level for this is level 41, and it's a worse silver sword than the one I'm carrying. Okay, seems legitimate. But it's still better than all the other silver swords, in a sense. So yeah, now I should drop this sword, Lothian. Or I could just strap something else. Talking about your mom get roasted and toasted. Remember when BCC trolling was actually a trolling channel? Okay. So is that the channel we're talking about? The trolling channel? I don't know what to drop. So I'm gonna just drop that. Drop that sword, boy. You know what? Maybe I'll drop loads of common ingredients. Just looks at snowy. I'm sorry, I'm not on the oh yeah boat. Still barely understand what's even going on anymore. A lot of this stuff weighs 0. Just a fun fact. Old goat hide. Okay, we could drop that. White wolf hide. Can drop all that, problem solved. No, you freaking noob. Yeah, go for a bit, I'll be back later. No problem, BBD. I shall catch you later. Loot? What are we looting now? Ooh. Okay. Some pretty good armor. I'm gonna assume it's good armor. It's guard officer's armor instead of just guardsman armor. Nice. So I'll just drop that regular guardsman armor crap. I don't need that in my life.
Agreed to meet a vampire at a cemetery. How much more cliché can you get?
Nothing comes readily to mind.
Could have left the door unlatched.
What of my privacy? I value it rather deeply. Unmolested, especially by unwanted guests, that's my preferred state. Besides, I knew you'd find a way to get in.
True enough. Need to find your friend. I'm hoping you'll agree to help.
I shall do whatever's in my power. Yet what you want or even need must matter little. What matters is what Dettlaff wants. If he does not wish to be found, you will not find him. Ever. End of story.
Come on. Gotta be some way.
There's gotta be some voodoo magic.
Vampires can evade detection by the senses, and no divination magic works on us. Even the most precise megoscope would be useless.
And this? Could this help?
Wherever did you get that?
Off one of the beast's victims, found by a bend in the river. Body was chopped in pieces. 3 of those pieces were hands. And with the ring seemed the odd one out. But Bruxa had taken an interest in it.
The Bruxa. About my hub, or fort hub. That's the stuff. JK, it's weird.
It's Dettlaff's hand, without a doubt. It will do splendidly.
What do you use the hand for? The ring. Yeah, what's the ring?
Pretty intriguing. Made of no metal I've ever seen. And the ornamentation.
It comes from our home, where we lived before the conjunction of spheres. It's actually mine. I received it from a dear old friend. You might call him a humanist. He saw us vampires as guests here. Guests who owe their hosts, meaning you humans and the elder races, respect.
Respect? Meaning not to treat us like cattle to be slaughtered for food?
Precisely. And the reason why I, in turn, gave it to Dettlaff. To remind him of the ideals my old friend championed.
Okay. What do you use the hand for?
What do you plan to do with it?
You've heard of Kovinaris' theory of tissue memory retention.
Rings a distant bell. Read about it in Alchemia Oblitera. There's a copy at Kaer Morhen, tattered, nearly disintegrated. But if memory serves, Kovinaris never managed to prove it worked.
He did prove it, just never managed to publish his findings. He and I corresponded, you see, after we became friends. Thus, I know he completed his research and performed the first tests. It's complicated, so without delving into details, it is possible to use any piece of tissue to reconstruct what a whole body experienced.
How's it work? We need any special equipment?
We must brew a decoction which Kovinaris gave a rather poetic name, resonance. Once imbibed, it sends one into a trance similar to that induced by narcotics. This triggers visions of events linked to strong emotions experienced by the tissue's owner. Picture it as dreaming a fragment of someone's life.
Any chance we might see what Dettlaff was doing just before he lost his hand?
Indeed. Though I also hope resonance will reveal the location of Dettlaff's hideout.
Okay.
Can't you just summon Dettlaff? You're both higher vampires. There's gotta be a way.
If I'm to be entirely candid, there is indeed one. But believe me, we will be better off never availing ourselves of it. It is a last resort. Absolutely.
Last resort? The hell? Why?
Is it that bad?
There is a being who can summon Dettlaff. Possesses the authority, even the power, to force him to appear in a given place. But the very act of contacting this being, well, it's akin to walking a slack line extended over a chasm filled with molten lava. An exercise as perilous to me as it would be to you. A risk I'm unwilling to take. I beg you, let's do it my way. It will be both quicker and easier.
Okay. We'll brew the decapitation.
Spent half his life proving his theory. Wild guess. Making a dose of resonance won't be easy.
You guessed correctly. In addition to Dettlaff's tissue, we shall need a powerful occipital lobe stimulant. Effectively a poison, to make one susceptible to visions.
Well, got a few ingredients to choose from. Unfortunately, all are pretty rare. There's Mamoon glands. The closest ones I know of are in Vizima. A spotted white saliva would also serve, but they were cold to extinction over a century ago. Could go with a kobold's eyes, but the creatures are sentient. Rather not gouge one's eyes out.
Given that we lack the time to sleuth this out ourselves, permit me to summon some help.
What kind of help? But be sure to hit the like button if you guys haven't already. With your severed hand. Okay, that's gruesome. Oh my gosh, we just found Mr. Crow, guys.
What was that?
A raven? Rather a common sight at this latitude. Very intelligent fowl.
Oh, it's a raven.
I asked
My
him to
bad.
look for the creatures you mentioned. Him and his brethren. Perhaps they'll find one in the area, and I would hazard that a flock of ravens will spy any said creature faster than a solitary witcher would. With all due respect to your skills, my friend. It will take them some time, nonetheless. So, perhaps you'd care for a snifter of mandrake.
Let's drink.
Rarely say no to a snifter.
Sadly, this is but a weak infusion rather than a proper distillate.
Even better. I remember your mandrake hooch. Made people say things they'd have rather kept to themselves.
Now, what could Geralt of Rivia prefer to keep to himself?
Seems you chose to misunderstand and don't want to talk. Seb trying to get me to confess something. Got a lot of secrets. Is this a setup?
Think you've set a nice little trap for me? Sorry. Want to get me to confess? Gonna have to try harder.
I love a challenge. In that case, my ears are cocked. What must I do?
How about you get the ball rolling? Reveal one of your secrets. Vampires, intriguing creatures, must lead fascinating lives.
Anything in particular interest you?
How are you handling abstinence, not drinking blood?
New life, new body. That give you a new start? Blank slate?
Starting all anew is a very broad concept. What exactly do you mean?
Your blood addiction, say. Wondering if your body's the same, if it still remembers. Maybe if you drank now, you wouldn't get hooked.
All addictions are a form of slavery. Re-addiction's not a risk I'm willing to take, just to test a hypothesis about corporeal regeneration and whether propensities carry over.
Fair enough. Curiosity, that's all. Sorry.
Not to worry, Geralt. Curiosity is a natural reaction under the circumstances, apart from which I've always valued that trait in you.
What's it like being
Gotta ask
dead?
you the big question. One everyone wonders about. What happens after death?
You wish me to tell you if the human belief in the gods is well founded? Well, that I do not know. We vampires differ exceedingly from you humans. Our matter, that of which we are composed, can exist without form. We require neither a heart, nor a brain, nor air to breathe.
But were you dead?
What?
As humans understand death, yes.
Feel anything? Understand anything?
It's rather hard to explain. I felt something very unsettling. Something I cannot even name, for I did no reasoning. Only after rebirth did I begin to understand that what I had felt was cold and unimaginable fear. If not for Detlef, I might have drowned in an eternity of icy terror.
Can't have been alive then.
Oof.
Sheesh. Experience like that must be vicious.
Indeed, it's hard to compare to anything I know. Yet you are aware we don't see death as you do. The way you cling to life, we find it entirely peculiar. You are mortals, ergo it's a foregone conclusion. You will die. It's but a question of time. Thus, I often find myself wondering why you try so very hard. To die at 20 years, 40, even 100, what's the difference? They're all but the blink of an eye.
Depends on your point of view. Man who's got 1,000,000 crowns to spend can't possibly understand one who's only got 20.
Very true. One's outlook can indeed change much.
What's regeneration like?
Fascinated me the way vampires can regenerate. A hand growing back is one thing, but Detloff recreating you out of a wet smear, something else entirely.
A difficult and laborious process, but one that's possible, as my presence proves. But I've heard you too had quite the adventure. They say you lost your memory.
For a bit, but Triss helped me get it back. Actually, pretty damn lucky I only had amnesia.
Yes, you humans are rather buggered in those terms. To strip you of life is, well, just plain easy. I've always pitied you in that regard. We vampires are much harder nuts to crack. If a member of another race kills one of us, we can be reborn with a living higher vampire's help. However, if one of our own strikes the deadly blow, death is permanent. There can be no rebirth. One of the chief reasons why vampires long ago swore never to fight one another.
Vampires are fascinating.
Curious what you did after you were reborn.
As I'm sure you can surmise, at first I was thoroughly absorbed with recovering. As it is, I've still not recovered completely. Yet I was so weak the first year that I could not stand or move on my own. Detloff bore my weakness bravely, showed great patience. If not for him, I wouldn't be here, and I'd have regenerated far slower. Once I could at last stand unassisted, I set off for Bruges, for my one-time home of Dillingen. There I led the peaceful life of a rural healer and surgeon, enjoying my neighbours' respect and, in fact, constituting the exact opposite of the monstrous vampire the populace imagines.
Bruges, you say? Rebirth make you sentimental?
Perhaps a dash. But what of you? Where have you been? Ever find your Cyrilla?
Back then, yeah. But we parted again soon after. And when the time was ripe, she came back, defeated the Wild Hunt together.
Ooh. Seemed I certainly missed quite a bit while I was absent.
True enough. But it's a conversation we'll have another time. Need to know more about you now.
Maybe there's something you want to ask me,
Right.
something specific.
One question. What do you want to know?
One question to ask one as fascinating as you, Geralt. Cruel parsimony, I'd say, but I shall do my best to make it count. If you were to die and be reborn as I was, in your new life, would you choose to be a Witcher?
Yeah.
See, Regis. Doubt I'd know how to be anything else.
Ever tried?
See, you're determined to get an answer, to find out if I like being a Witcher. Just refuse to ask directly, as always. I like being on the path. I like picking up a lead, a trail. I like the tension right before a fight, and nothing gets my adrenaline flowing like battling a beast. Even gotten used to people treating me like a freak, an outcast. Yeah, not something I think about much, but I like being a Witcher.
Thank you for being honest. Honesty is an attribute of the truly brave, and thus a privilege of the very few.
Still no sign of your winged friend. Sure it understood what you wanted?
Dead certain. Let's wait a bit longer. It'll return soon, don't doubt that for a moment.
So we wait. The Raven's back.
Ever vigilant, even in his sleep. Quite vampire-like, in fact. Are you absolutely certain they don't administer a few of our genes during the trial of the grasses?
Not as far as I know.
Far as I know, none. Now what you got for me?
You were right. No kobolds or mamoons for miles around.
Knew it.
Allow me to finish. You see, there's this spotted white. It haunts an abandoned residence in the Caraberta woods.
Impossible. My brethren hunted down every last spotted white before I was born.
Then it seems you must revise your knowledge of spotted whites. For somehow this one managed to survive your brethren's onslaught. It seems I know this home it haunts. Recall a tale about it. Locals believe the place cursed. Perhaps that's how the white survived, entirely unmolested.
What's this about a curse?
Know anything else about this curse?
I don't recall much in particular. Really don't attach much importance to such things. It was mentioned to me as an anecdote, no more.
Come on, search your memory. Something, anything could be important.
I believe it had a relation to hunger, or, perhaps greed, rapacity. Someone was punished for something...
Textbook definition of a curse, pretty much.
Sorry, Geralt, I try not to clutter my mind with the details of every far-fetched tale I happen to hear. What are your thoughts?
A specimen of a species thought long extinct, and a curse in one place. That a coincidence, or are they related?
Ah, professional curiosity. Personally, I've nothing against you delving into this dilemma, but please remember we need the white's saliva. Nothing beyond that.
Know anything else about this
Whites
white?
rarely appear in the woods, even less likely to find them in abandoned human homes. They inhabit remote wildernesses, old abandoned cemeteries.
What's your point?
This might not be a spotted white after all. Your little helper might have made a mistake.
I sincerely doubt it. Ravens are devilishly intelligent creatures, and they've highly developed observational skills.
What exactly did they observe?
The area around the estate, it's covered in spoons.
Spoons?
Spare me the skeptical smile. I'm but the bearer of this news. Or perhaps this spotted white is a hoarder, or the spoons are somehow related to the curse.
Spoons. Yeah, I see 7 watching right now. Be sure to hit that like button with a spoon.
Let's do this. Start making your decoction while I go get some saliva from that white. Uses it in its brews.
Do you imagine the white will simply sell you some?
Worst case scenario, I'll bring you its salivary glands. They ought to do as well.
For a moment there, I imagined you asking the white to spit into a vial. Quite amusing as a thought, but the salivary glands will do fine indeed.
So, see you later.
Yes, till later. I shall start by perusing some tomes.
Tomes? Thought you were gonna make this decoction.
We require one last ingredient. Alas, obtaining it could prove a trifle toilsome. Thus, I hope to identify a suitable alternative.
All right. Good luck.
And to you, my friend.
Optional, read the bestiary to learn more about spotted whites. Alright, let's do it, guys. We're gonna read about whites. If we can figure out where the white actually is in this thing. Cursed ones, maybe? Nope. It's not a draconid either. It's also not an elementa. It's not a hybrid. A white is not an insectoid. Might not be a necrophage either. Oh, never ended it. It's spotted whites. The best defense against spotted whites. Stay calm and leave them alone. Fragment of a treatise on spotted whites by Roderick Gilligan. Spotted whites were a subspecies of white which the Witchers drove to extinction. They were larger than their unspotted kin, and owed their names to their numerous blotches and effusions. Spotted whites would most often dwell in derelict cemeteries and empty wildernesses, yet at times took to living in abandoned human domiciles. There they would indulge in their greatest passion, creating brews from their own emissions. When not disturbed, spotted whites would not act aggressively. If threatened, however, they became very dangerous indeed. In colder months, or when faced with an unseasonable chill, they would slip into a state of lethargy, making them easy targets. Even during their active periods, it is said the Witchers found a surefire way of besting them based around careful casting of the Yarden sign. Or at least so claims Witcher lore. And these are whites. So spotted whites are bigger and spottier. Roach.
Faster.
The chat has loads of quiet lurkers. It's pretty cool, man.
Come on. What's that about?
Now what is this over here?
The dressings, bandages, where did I put them?
Forget it. Bandages won't do him any good.
What? Oh, but he breathed still a moment ago.
Mm-hmm. Breathed his last then. Bled to death. Legs broken. Femoral arteries ruptured. Wound like that, you're dead in minutes.
Gods.
What happened here exactly?
I was rolling through, fully loaded, when I heard screams. This one crawled towards the road, then drooped to the ground, lost consciousness. I jumped down to help him, dress his wounds. Then you appeared.
Helping a stranger, admirable.
Pretty admirable stopping to help a stranger.
Truthfully, when I saw him, I considered it might be an ambush. The thought entered my mind, I near decided to crack the whip. But to abandon a man in need, it's simply not the decent thing to do.
Decent enough in many other places, believe me. Before you go on, clean your hands thoroughly and burn your shirt. Might also want to rub some time on your body to be sure. The smell of blood might attract ghouls otherwise.
Who might you be, precisely?
A witcher.
Oh. Do you expect some beast might have killed him?
Plans figure that out.
See what we have here. Legs broken, but cause of death's the wound. Small but deep, edges unfrayed. Either a thrust weapon or a thick claw. Maybe a wyvern's. Tough to say, and... breastplate's unusual. Dented. And it's got a patina.
An antiquity, I believe. I deal in these things, so... what's puzzling is... why did he done it?
Not likely to learn that from him. Now to figure out where he came from. From that house, I'm assuming, but need to investigate. Got some work to do. So long.
Let's figure out what happened
I
here.
will come with you.
Fine, let's go.
So be it. But stay close, keep it down, and don't touch a thing.
Extreme cosplay is the name of the quest.
Trail leads to the house on the hill.
Which stands silent as a grave.
We gotta follow these tracks. What trail did this dead man follow?
Must have been here he broke his legs. Fell while climbing over the wall. Trying to leave the property probably, after he didn't manage to open the gate.
It looks like there's trouble here. Unless here's aired. Oh, crud. Take 2. There we go. Investigate the estate grounds using your witcher senses.
Good gods!
Servant, stabbed to death. Over a dozen blows with a sharp object. Some post-mortem.
I cannot believe
Jesus.
this is the work of a man. It was a monster, to be sure.
This is frightening. Now what happened
hell's
here?
This? Setting for a banquet?
It seems so. What's your suspicion? Did none survive? Gods!
Loot, what do we got here? Okay.
Silver tableware. Elven engravings.
Elven? Noble House of Toussaint, Volume LV II. I don't know what Roman numeral that one is.
Torso punctured with great force. Blow pierced hardened steel. Man on the high road. Breastplate was identical.
Huh. What is
Throats
this?
massacred. One mighty blow. Shield along sides old and dented. Swords ceremonial. And Shay handiwork clearly.
On shade. So there's elven stuff going on here?
Little sacrifices.
Of what? Please, do not say humans.
Est. What is est? What do we got here? Apples. Okay. Civil War in Toussaint. Let's read this. The year is 781. Marked the final end of elven rule in Toussaint. The closing of an era that had lasted over 1,500 years. The elves abandoned their ivory cities and left for the mountains, taking with them all they could and destroying everything else. Whatever they could not take and did not manage to demolish or burn, they cursed. The last elven sovereign, Divathath, hundreds of years old yet fair as a youth, was defeated. Weeping over the slain army of his forever young brothers and sisters, he agreed to pay homage to Ludovic, the first human king of Toussaint, who, though young, was as shrunken and ugly as the night after Salvine. Putting on no end of airs and graces, Ludovic boasted, "Look, the proud elf shall bow down before me and kiss my royal feet with humility." To engrade Divathath even further, Ludovic decided the homage should take place in the Elf King's barely abandoned palace. The throne on which Ludovic now boldly lounged bore still smoldering marks from the fire set by the elves, who had sought to burn the whole palace down as they left. So the proud elven king bowed down before the human king and offered him a sacrifice of bread and wine, as well as his sword and shield. Spewing out merciless mockery all the while, Ludovic received this homage, then immediately ordered his guards drag Divathath beyond the palace gates and throw him down the stairs as if he were a beggar. Witnesses claimed the proud elf remained calm throughout the whole event, but when left alone, Davithaf wiped the blood off his face and vowed cruel revenge on the king. Revenge that would come from stone as cold as the king's heart. Yet these ominous words bore no fruit. For the year 782, before the homage was renewed, Davithaf drew his last breath alongside his remaining soldiers when the two Santois decided to celebrate the anniversary of the surrender of the Elven Sovereign with pogrom of non-humans on the slopes of Mount Gorgon. Few survived. That's spooky. Let's see what this armor is like. Ooh, we can't wear it right now. Required level is 42. But it's good armor. So what we'll do is drop the New Moon armor set we've got here.
Burn marks. Something catch fire. Explode. Strong stench.
And who do we have here?
Multiple wounds on the body. All puncture wounds, but hard to tell what caused them. Victim's human, but the attire's elven.
Are you certain? How did he come by it? We've so few non-humans in Tucson.
This is getting intriguing here.
Fled, then dropped to the ground to douse the flames. Didn't manage. Burn smells growing fainter. Might have been another luckier soul managed to flee. Doublet scorched. Wriggled out of it, tossed it, then ran on.
Perhaps there's no one inside after.
I know you're in there. Breathing's loud and clear. Open up. We mean you no harm.
They remain there?
That was weird. My chat absolutely froze up. Let me see here. Let me see. So Bad Impressions is still here. Pop-Tart came through. Typical also came through. Uptime's 58 minutes. Yeah, my chat was absolutely frozen. I didn't see anything. I thought the chat died. Feels bad. Who are you?
Listen, I'm a witcher. I'm here to help you. But if that's gonna happen, you gotta answer some questions first. Who are you exactly?
Durant Faucher Plamonton de Safaran, Lord of these lands, and Chairman of the Society of Friends of the History of Tucson. We meet here annually to mark the anniversary of the Elfin Homage, but something like this Why, first,
Who are they? So yeah, if you're still in the chat, you know, I totally didn't notice my chat froze up, guys. So yeah, appreciate all you who've come through. So yeah, who are they?
Them. Who do you mean?
those, I don't know what they were, spirits. It all occurred of a sudden. We were staging a scene, the death of paying homage. There was a flash of light that blinded me completely. I heard cries, though saw nothing. Then felt my own robes were in flames. I broke and ran, threw off my doublet, leapt in here, and it shut and locked the door behind me. They pounded on the door. I thought they would get through. I thought I was done for, but in the end, it grew calm.
So while reenacting a scene from the past, somehow, unintentionally, you summoned a specter, a Korgorath, or a tube, maybe.
What? What now?
Best thing? You gotta do it again, of course.
Are you mad? Would you have this thing kill us?
No, don't want it to kill anyone. Precisely why I gotta do my job. Summon it again, whatever it is, and tend to it once and for all. Durand, think I can reenact the pledge, the giving of homage, alone?
It was a great, momentous event. The surrender of Tucson's last elfin king. You will need at least 3 individuals.
Can I count on your
You know
help?
what I'm gonna ask for. Need your help, but I'll understand if you turn me down. No objections? Good. Let's get to work. Start by clearing the corpses. Got some time. Won't start the reenactment before nightfall. Things of this sort are a lot more likely to work after dusk. One last thing, though. My pay. Don't work for free, you know.
Understood. Just keep the danger at bay, and I shall be generous. Through and through.
This is all spoopy.
I will stand, or rather, sit in for King Ludovic upon the elfin throne, while you, Witcher, will play the Enche ruler. We must don the costumes. All must be just right.
Divethef, the Elven King, hosted Ludovic in his own palace upon his own throne, amidst the blinding glow of a plethora of torches.
Light all the lamps in the garden. Oh yeah, that's just my things I dropped. Cool. Doink. Help me. Okay. Ignite. Ignite. Okay. I'll take that loot. I didn't even notice there's food there.
Divethef laid at Ludovic's feet a loaf of binen and elfin bread, thus granting humans rule over seed-yielding lands.
Take a loaf of elven bread.
Divethef filled the ornate ceremonial bowls with elfin wine. Long last, the elfin king grasped his sword and shield, thus symbolically passing command of his armies to humans.
Ancient elven shield, and ancient elven sword. Draw the elven sword and shield.
Elven King, erect in his pride, drew his blade and dropped to his knees, thus acknowledging his final defeat. Ludovic then spake.
I accept your allegiance and shall return in 1 year's time to...
Oh.
Ah! Look! Look! The statues!
Impossible! God's mother!
Oh, oof. Feels bad, man. Now the chat is actually dead. And now I'm paranoid about my chat just because it, like, froze on me. This is why we need the PlayStation chat back. I should probably go after the statue that's throwing the fire. I love it. Likely spam. Oh yeah, yeah. I love you, YouTube. Ugh, ugh. There's two of these statues throwing the fire. And now the ever-loading of the loading. Yeah, I see 7 likes. Be sure to hit that like button if you're in the stream. Oof, oof, oof. Oofty, oofty, oof. So how's the uptime looking? An hour and a half. Okie dokes, champ. Thank you, Foxspot. There we go, living statues.
Damn it.
There we go.
The sculptures, they came alive. By what witchcraft?
Dunno. Specialize in killing monsters. Reviving them, not so much.
I may know what happened. The statues, you see, once stood in the palace of one Defethov. I acquired them a month past because perhaps I should start at the beginning. This Defethov was to pay tribute to humans, producing statues of this sort each year. Yet he did so but once, for he perished in the massacre of non-humans at the foot of Mount Gorgon in the year 782. It's fortunate
Ouch.
he did too, as Defethov had planned Ludovic's downfall, for he sculpted not statues, but columns that masqueraded as such. Columns activated with words said in homage. Columns that would have turned the king and his bodyguards into so much colorful confetti.
Typical. Treachery embodied. Elves. Psheh.
Humans are no
You're
better.
No better. Elves were just defending their territory. You humans took it, but you still weren't sated. Had to cut the elves down, every last one.
You? What does that mean? You're a man as we are.
Yeah, in a way. Just ashamed to have to admit it sometimes.
Your words? They're wrong, Witcher. But I'll not let you leave empty-handed. Take this for your reward.
Farewell.
Quest completed.
You do best to leave. Resume your path, Master.
Here our paths diverge.
That was a fun quest, though. The stream might be a bit dead. And I feel kind of bad because the chat froze on me, like hardcore froze. That's why I wasn't answering any comments. And I thought the chat was like dead. Turns out it wasn't. It's just my chat froze. So feels bad, man, on that account. It died when I, didn't see the chat at all. Was it dead before that? Or am I just dead inside? Who knows? That's probably why people left. So much some C-Day videos. Yeah, I feel that. Won't be the first mistake that happened today, though. But I digress.
Hey there.
But we're back to looking for the White Slayer. Shoot, Roach. Why can't we just keep going? Now the Foglets are here. Now I'm back? Oh, welcome back, feller. But yep, 2K. 2K subspace reveal for show. Do I actually have anything to repair the armor in my inventory? Nope. Nothing at all.
Hey,
Bar guests. What are bar guests, anyway? Fascinating. This looks like discount xenomorph aliens. In a way. You gonna stream tomorrow? Tomorrow, the forest.
Out some kind of rhythm, a message, trying to tell me something.
These crazy spoons.
Shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall say to you, never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror. Sounds like a curse, all right.
What a curse. I'll actually be on tomorrow? After what, ages? Nice.
Somebody's clearly obsessed. Regis mentioned the place might be cursed. Can't be a coincidence. Need to look around. Pigsty. Need to search it thoroughly. Find a way to collect some white saliva.
I do not know why this place is covered in spoons.
If someone couldn't stand to look at themselves.
I can't stand to look at myself either. Anyway. It's been over 9 days since I've been on it, about 4 days since I've been to your streams. Yeah, I figured you were busy though, so I didn't really ask. A mug, a spoon, a silver spoon, a wooden spoon, all kinds of spoons. Dude, I don't know what to think about all the spoons. Spoons all over this place. It's weird. Stained diary. Let's read this. For a few days now, I've been having dizzy spells. I've never experienced anything like this before. If it carries on, although I can't stand witchcraft and sorcery, I'll have to visit a herbalist. The dizziness has not gone away. Worst of all, it's been joined by pain, so strong that at times I cannot see. I've been to the herbalist, a repulsive old crone. Looked at me like she had seen a monster. She gave me some cursed mixture that I have to drink twice a day. It's not helping at all. Today, like every day, I looked in the mirror and I was lost for words. I usually check that I don't have any wrinkles or bags under my eyes, but today there are no wrinkles, but I'd rather there were. I have hair growing on my breasts. It's horrible. It's got to be because of those damned herbs. Went to the herbalist to smash her face in, but her chambers were empty. She must have known what would happen to me and legged it. My family is starting to suspect something. Although I am cutting the hair back, which is growing back faster and faster. I tried to put the idea out of my head, but I can't hold it back any longer. Maybe it wasn't the herbs that led to this, but a curse placed upon me by an old beggar whom I had to chase off one time. I have to find out. I want to hire someone who can find the herbalist. I cannot think, and it is getting hard to write. Loneliness, no family. Eat, I want to eat. Not a good spoon, empty spoons, nothing. Eat, it hurts. Mirror, lies, no. Ah!
Poor girl. Realized she was changing into a monster.
But yeah, we could definitely play something tomorrow for sure.
Spoon's incredible. The craftsmanship must have graced a rich man's table.
But the spoon was empty. Okay. Let me stop.
No spoon you have shall sate you. Whatever lives here treated that literally. Still searching for the right spoon.
There's never a perfect spoon, is there? But yeah, for sure. See you tomorrow. Is this another spoon?
Real collector. Thoroughbred.
Is this another spoon? Oh, it's a spoon key.
Spoon key. Sophisticated crafting. Tag bears a description. White's a true collector.
There's a spoon key note too. This certifies the item up for auction. An antique spoon key forged at the Christopherson and Sons workshop in 1210. Belongs to Smeagol Circus, owner of the pheasantry. Spoon key. Can't say that's a thing.
Spoon. Pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old. Skeletons. Doubt they came here willingly. This have anything to do with the curse? None shall sit and dine with you at your table. It makes sense. Right arm bit right off. Teeth all knocked out. Somebody tried to force feed him.
Force feed him what, though?
Broken neck. Indentation in the skull's lateral surface. Smacked in the head with something heavy.
Jeez.
No claw or fang marks. Probably choked to death. None shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall sate you. Never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror.
What a curse.
Woman's name scratched into this wooden spoon. Romantic.
Some would say it's romantic, sure. What's the decaying letter have to say? Dear Master Lovesare? I don't know. I butchered that one. I know you track outlaws for pay. I've an unusual assignment for you. No doubt you wonder why I have drawn you out here, and why we cannot meet in person. You see, in my present situation, any kind of meeting is very risky. Not so much for me, as for the person with whom I meet. For I am afflicted by a curse, or, as I hope, and why I have turned to you, side effects of medicine given to me some time ago by a herbalist. Soon after I visited this herbalist, she disappeared without a trace. I desperately wish to understand my illness, so I wish to hire you to find her. When you do, learn as much from her as you can about the medicine she gave me. If my suffering is a result of her wickedness, then make her provide an antidote. I assure you I have ample wealth, and will reward you with no small part of it for your services. If it turns out my suffering is not the fault of the herbalist, please let her go. I will then have a different task for you, because this shall mean I am afflicted by a terrible curse, which only the gods can cure. I believe it was cast upon me by a certain beggar who came by the manor while I was hosting a soiree for a few friends. If you can find that vagrant, I will pay you double. Sadly, all I remember of him is that he sold mirrors. I am aware this is not much aid for your hunt, yet I trust in your considerable talents, and wish you the best of luck. Marlene de Trastamara. And then more spoons. But yeah, welcome to the stream, guys. Be sure to hit that like if you guys haven't already. Subscribe if you're new, and turn on the bell. Or I'll hit you with a wooden spoon. Really, really hard. Okay. I can't do that because I don't know where any of you live. Or do I? Ha ha ha. Okay. That just got creepy.
Actually does seem like a White's lair. Bit atypical, but still. Cauldron should be somewhere around here. Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one.
All kinds of spoons. Ooh, a gold spoon and a silver spoon. Sure, I'll take a couple spoons. And now I'm carrying too much. So I'll just drop something in the quest items here that means nothing. Or in the other category, even. There we go, we dropped the goat hide. Okay, what do we got back here?
What I was looking for. White's not particularly tidy. Table's set. White, who lives here, is getting ready for some sort of feast. White that lives here, definitely afflicted by a curse, and it's been trying desperately to lift it.
A greater green mutagen.
White's obsessed. A real collector. Thoroughbred.
When you have an obsession with spoons, something's happened to you. Something really bad. Dwarven whetstone, okay. Descent Ducal Guards, officer boots, and armor. Can I wear it though? Yes, I can. Okay, I'll put that on. And put that on. I'll definitely drop the broken armor and the boots. Alright, yeah, let's examine the cauldron.
Cauldron's empty, unfortunately. Regis needs some brew. Afraid he won't get that. No choice but to hide and wait for the saliva glands and their bearer. Need a spot that'll let me observe the cauldron.
We need good spot. We need very good spot. Okay, I guess we'll hide in this. What is this white making? And why? Let's try to lift the curse.
I'm not gonna hurt you. Wanna help? I've seen the words of the curse on the walls. Think I know how to lift it. Tried to bring folk here, convince them to sit at the table with you, right? Well, I'm gonna be your guest now. Your willing guest.
A chair.
Just need a bit for Regis. And now we'll tend to you.
The curse, exact wording.
Need to get this right. Words of the curse were, none shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall say to you, never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror.
Let's swap
Been
spoons.
searching for the right spoon for years, right? But curses can be tricky. Key to this one just might be that you can't eat with your own spoon. That's why we've swapped. This isn't right. I missed something? Listen, gonna stand up real slow. Gotta search the house again. Sit tight, I'll be right back. Calm down.
Optional, follow the whites.
Damn it, didn't work. Ate that vile stuff for nothing. Got the brew for Regis at least. Can't do anything for the white though, except cut it down. Seems I'll have to kill the white in its own junk heap.
Ouch. That hurt. That hurt a lot.
Seems I'll have to find its own junkie.
Okay, guess we can't use anything in the spoons.
Come on.
Oh, never mind. There we go. And we've got 4 watching the stream. A whole 4 people. Just gotta make sure my chat didn't freeze again. Okay, we're good still.
Seems I'll have to find its own junkie.
This white is crazy strong. Why'd I even do this? Shoot. There we go. Kill him. You got it, dude. And welcome back, Dino, if you're back, or maybe you were lurking, I don't know. Oh, come on, you're dead. You're dead. Okay, there we go, now it's actually dead.
Shit. Screwed up with the curse. Regis will get what he wants, though. There is that.
Disgusting white key. A PSN card? For what? When? Why? JK. I was about to say, dude. It's like, huh? Dino asking for a PSN card? What? There we go. It's unlocked. Let's see what this leads to. I mean... What do you mean, Dino? What do you mean, brother? And then we unlock it. We've got the spoon key quest around here somewhere. Spontaneous profits. Okay, so yeah, it's all the way down there. But so is everyone. I don't really just PSN card for my needs, but so is everyone. I don't really care. Good old dinosaur teeth. I'm sure a lot of people could use a PSN card. Which I'll probably do a giveaway at 2K subs. Along with, you know, face reveal, all that junk. Yeah, 2K is going to be a big deal for sure. Fox, I'm subscribed, sorry and bye, don't ask why. Are you trolling, Kaysen? Oh wait, you said don't ask why. Feels bad, man. What a strange thing to do. Spooky. Roach.
Faster.
Hate when people do that. Yeah, Dino, it's weird. I'm not sure if he's kidding around, though. I'll explain later. Alright. I'll look forward to that.
Go, go. Take it easy. Go, go.
Come on, you can make it over this bridge. 'Cause it's just a bridge.
Move it.
Carolina Stahira. What's the pleasure in slaughtering a weakling? If you wish to draw blood, draw it from a king. Huh. Interesting. ladies and gentlemen, this is Robbery. And what's up, Arthur Morgan? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing, Arthur? Antonio Eccles, a giant among men, conveyor of deep thoughts. Now, whatever you think you're here for, Arthur, we don't have it here. We're all just as poor as the last people. Doing fine, how about you? I'm doing pretty good. The Wizard of Moocap Tower. What an interesting thing.
Think your friend's hand will make for a nice broth?
You've clearly honed your sense of humor. But we are not cannibals, Geralt. I took a fragment of tissue from the hand. It will suffice to prepare some resonance.
What did you do with the rest?
Subbed and like? Appreciate that. Welcome to the Fox Pack. That's what we call the subs here. The Ravens.
Pretty helpful creatures. Call on them often?
I try not to overdo it, but they can be so useful, as they were now, when I merely needed to be sure I could arrive in time should things go sour.
Managed fine alone, but thanks for the thought. Gonna need much longer to finish brewing resonance? Mentioned a last ingredient, too. What about that?
That, I fear, might prove troublesome. You see, to use the concoction to summon the memories of one, the solution must contain the blood of another specimen of the same species.
Shouldn't be a problem. I happen to know a higher vampire who should be willing to help. Right, Regis?
It's not that simple, I'm afraid. While you were away, I tried my damnedest to identify a replacement, but alas, none such exists.
Not sure I understand what the problem is. Can't we just draw some of your blood?
The blood must be in an agitated state. As I'm certain you know, higher vampires can change their corporeal shell. As our flesh changes, so does our blood's chemical composition. To make a long story short, I shall need to induce in myself a state of strong psychokinetic arousal. In brief, madness, rabidity. That stands to be very, very dangerous.
Okay, so you guys send me a map and I sub back. I appreciate that, Kason, and yeah, I could definitely check the map, if not later today, then tomorrow. Tomorrow. Dangerous? Who for?
Why? I mean, you'll still be you, right?
True, but I should be highly agitated, in a state of fury. You know better than I that fury cannot be controlled. If you've ever seen an enraged vampire, you know very well that all who find themselves nearby will be in grave danger.
How will we handle that? I'd rather not have you lunge at me, claws extended.
That makes two of us, who very thoroughly. Details to follow soon.
How do you plan to induce this state?
So what do you want to do?
We shall visit Tesha Mudna, an ancient vampire estate. There we will find cages suspended in the air. I will enter one, be confined. You will lure beasts there. Beasts you will then kill. The bloodletting should prove profuse. Abundant enough so that the blood scent will drive me mad. Wild.
What is Tesha Mudna?
Tesha Mudna. What's it like?
It is a place of torment. A torture chamber. Long ago, shortly after we'd arrived in this world, one among us named Kagmar developed such a taste and lust for human blood that in one night he could imbibe an entire village. This brought trouble on the entire species. Common folk wearied quickly of living in constant fear. They began to hunt us, seek the aid of mages and witches in tracking us down.
So what? Not like they could ever hope to kill you.
But they were bothersome. Forgive the comparison, but when did you last enjoy mosquitoes buzzing around your head? In any case,
last week.
decided something had to be done. Kagmar had to be caught and punished. A torture chamber was thus outfitted in the dungeons of Teshamutna. Inside it, a cage made entirely of a special alloy of silver, dalvinite, and meteorite steel. Kagmar was captured and locked in the cage, sat there over 2 centuries, driven to fury time after time, never able to escape. Thus I know the cage will withstand the fury to which we shall drive my humble being.
Interesting. What are you blackmailing, Spy? Hey, I'd take a good blackmail any day. If there was enough in it for me.
See no reason to dawdle. Teshamutna. Take me there.
In a moment. Just one last thing.
What was that?
Blood. Oh, the last favor the Raven did me. I've also taken some Sancurium, a solution that sharpens one's sense of smell. 1 drop of blood shall smell like a gallon to me now.
You crazy? You're a recovering addict.
Your outrage warms my heart, Geralt. But you must remain calm. I have no choice.
Top shooter, welcome, and yeah, sure, Dano, definitely.
As things stand, the die is cast. High time we set off for Teshamutna. My head's spinning already, and you're starting to smell quite tasty.
And you're starting to scare me.
Yeah, I'm definitely streaming the Forest tomorrow, you know, whether it's Devin's world or my world. And then we could get Zach in, and, you know, if Devin's not on, we could always meet a cool new 4th person.
We have arrived. The sacrificial chamber of torture and torment lies underground.
Sure you want this?
Sure you know what you're doing?
I can only hope I do. Please, let's go. The longer we delay, the less control I shall have of my faculties. I'd really prefer not to hurt you.
We don't want that at all. Lead the way.
You lead.
But yeah, be sure to leave a like if you haven't already. That definitely helps out.
Must be getting close to their feeding ground.
Correct. I told you there'd be danger. Beyond this wall lies
an ancient vampire dungeon. Seen a lot of things in my time. Nothing quite like this, though.
I feel honored. A man with such a wealth of experience, yet I'm about to show him something new. Now, to open it.
Yay. This is about to get interesting.
How the hell?
It's an ancient form of protection against unwanted guests. The mechanism which releases the latch reacts only to a higher vampire's blood.
Tricky mechanisms. A vampire hideout. Fortified, secured. Must have been important to your species once. Toussaint.
It shall always be so. During the conjunction, the gate from our world into this one opened upon this land and no other. This was the first place we saw.
The champion of Teshamutna. I am one who serves a tribe, exalted above men. I renounce human weakness, uplifted above men. I become keeper of my flock, filled with strength. I turn my sword against the enemies of the tribe. I am master and slave. I am executioner of the will of the tribe. I accept the sword in this armor, so I may serve the tribe. Dun dun dun. What's up, Carl? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing, Carl? And hopefully Hopefully this Teshamuna armor's good. Oh yeah, the armor just gets better and better. See, I'll drop the Order of the Rose armor. So the boots are +6, the knight's armor is +5. Flaming Rose gauntlets -4. And this silver sword isn't doing much good. Lothian, I'll drop it. Teshemut and the steel sword? Alright. Also got Iris. Iris is better, actually. Let me drop the Caretaker's Spade. It's useless. Alright, perfect.
This place.
What's up, K-Bad? Welcome.
Death hangs in the air.
Yes. Great many beings have breathed their last here.
And yeah, poor Carl suffering in the extreme heat. All I could say is, you know, do your best to keep cool. Okay, no cool loot there, really. Look at the... Okay, boots and the mask.
Seems
Battery.
your kind assembled a peculiar little library.
Indeed. Though I personally did not lay a hand to it.
Yeah, more armor, guys. And there's a Teshamuna mask as well. Somewhere. Let's put it in that pocket. I didn't mean to take that. Alright, yeah, later, Carl. Carl's trying to avoid people by hiding. How crazy is that? Let me drop that armor. And that armor. Let me actually pick up those boots. Those boots are cool. Yep.
Cells. Who for?
Ah, disgraceful. Excruciating. This particular page reminds me. I'd rather not summon the demons of the past if it's alright.
Transcript of conversation with a lower being. Transcript of conversation between Master Ezahiel Hildegard and a human being. Who are you? My name is Alex Viscount. Why is all your skin trembling? I am scared, sir. You're scared? I don't understand. You don't know what fear is, sir. No. I have mastered your language, yet some concepts are beyond me. What is fear? It is a feeling that destroys every other feeling. It controls your head and your heart. What do you mean? I thought it was a kind of pain. I have carried out tests in my laboratory on people, and I discovered that a mother subject to appropriate stimuli is able to forget about her child and think about how to avoid pain. So fear would be similar to pain? No, pain rules the body, but fear is born in the heart. Oh, yes. What you say is very interesting. I think I will have to examine your heart in the laboratory. What do you mean examine? I mean examine. Take it out and subject it to proper examination. But sir, that would kill me. Yes, your mortality is a great inconvenience. But it was not me who created your species. I am not responsible for its excessive frailty. The conversation was carried out in human language, and such it was written down. The transcription does not need translating. Huh. That was an interesting conversation there. Yay, the gauntlets for the armor. Woo! Full set, let's go. And let me just strap the Order of the Flaming Rose gauntlets.
Glyphs are carved into the rock. Coated with blood used to be. They mean something?
They're emblems, symbols of, well, what you would call tribes, dispersed throughout the world after the conjunction. My ancestors.
And K-Bad with the dono hype. Yeah, appreciate that, K-Bad. You, sir, are the man.
Charming place. But what are all those cages for? Mentioned one vampire being kept here.
Yes, well, you see, humanitarians is something my ancestors were not. They concluded Kagmar would best be punished if he were tormented with the scent of blood he could not taste. Thus, they also kept humans here. Humans whose blood they slowly let. Kagmar ranted and raged in pain as those humans slowly bled to death.
That's...
Treated them like livestock. Live bait.
I'd like to be able to turn back time. Deny it, but alas, I can do neither. Feel shame for my brethren. That is all I can do.
Don't take it so hard. Nothing you could have done about it. Let's get to work.
Well, that was awkward. Fine. I prepared the bait. Please be so kind and place it. Ideally at the tunnel entrances. The scent will spread most effectively then.
Alright, the bait.
Place the bait at the tunnel entrances. Monsters will catch its scent more quickly.
When I think how these tunnels got here, send shivers.
It was the natural order of things. The place reeked of death and it attracted necrophages.
Why are there so many whetstones? And where do I place this bait? Huh. I think I need to use aired here. Yeah, there we go. Now I can place the bait. But yeah, again, appreciate the dono, K-Bad. The real champ right there.
Three done. One left. Think this'll work?
I certainly hope so. Its stench is so thick, I wager it carries clear to nowhere.
And then bait here. Alright, we're ready.
Bait set. What now?
I shall enter the cage. You must chain me inside. The bars are made of an alloy that will prevent me from transforming into mist.
Kinda thought you wouldn't want to.
I shall be in great pain. My sole thought being to stop that pain. I cannot know what I will do.
stench is so thick, reminds me of myself.
We must hurry. The beasts have caught the scent of his head. Started spinning.
That the blood?
If we gotta chain him in the cage,
Someone
he's gonna go into a rage soon.
Bloodlust does not know the true meaning of thirst.
Maybe we need a safe word. You know, something you'll say when you can't take it anymore.
And what would you do once I uttered it?
Don't know. Calm it down. Somehow.
Please, go. You won't be able to. We must forge through this, that is all.
Regis has smelled the blood.
All kinds of monsters and spookies.
I can overcome.
Good. As I can hear more coming.
Flutters. I have no clue what a flutter is. And do I care to know? I don't know. Boom.
Hold on, I'll let you out.
He's pretty.
Need to hang on a little longer. Blood'll dry in a few hours. Scent won't bother me.
Now we wait.
Get you out of here.
The concoction.
You can't finish it in this state. Tell me how. I'll help you.
Poor guy. Regis is a trooper.
Any better?
Far from ideal. And some time must pass before I fully recover. But yes, a bit better, thank you.
Let's talk. What happened back there?
Never expected it to be like that. You didn't tell me.
We need not discuss it.
But we do. Because if I'd known you were going to subject yourself to torture...
What would you have done?
Found Deadloff some other way.
I did not wish you to use any other way. Did that occur to you?
No, because I thought no being would ever...
Sub-Zero, how are you doing?
That kind of pain. You vampires aren't any different from us in that regard.
I told you, the pain is my way of paying my debt. The enormous debt I owe Dettlaff. If I had to do it again, I would in a heartbeat.
I finished your brew.
Resonance. It's ready.
Are you certain you followed the formula? The proportions were exact, the brewing time precise. This is important, Geralt. The slightest deviation could cost even a witcher dearly.
Relax. Got some experience brewing potions.
Very well. In that case, let's begin.
I'm digging Geralt with this look. I don't know why.
Excuse me. I shall only take a moment.
You jumped the queue, sir.
But Count, sir, you must understand. I've a meeting. The Count...
Sir, you were next. Please, take a seat. This gentleman was here first. Step down or you shall regret it.
Ah, fails to realize he was your friend, Count.
That almost went sour there.
It was then I ordered him to give up his seat and step off the stand. If only you'd seen his face. We got him good, didn't we, Detlef? And then Mother insisted we buy the mill. Curious, eh?
I wonder what this is.
But at least I've a yarn to spin for friends and associates. Forgive me. What?
Oh, snap. This just took a dark turn. And then he chopped off his own hand. I almost feel bad for this guy. Almost, but he's a murderer.
Awake at last. You ride like a squirrel caught in a snare. I'd begun to fear they were death throes, that you'd departed.
Sure wasn't pleasant, but it worked.
What did you see?
Delacroix. His death did not come easy. Seems Detlef had made friends with him. Still killed him. Chopped up his corpse. And he was overcome with fury, remorse. Cut off the hand that had committed the murder.
Interesting. And entirely unlike the Detlef I know. See anything else?
So the moment Detlef and Delacroix first met.
Delacroix did something selfless. Was kind to Detlef. Guess it could have been the start of their friendship.
Why the uncertainty?
Nothing extraordinary about it. Normal, everyday situation, really. Visions were supposed to issue from strong emotions.
Clearly the situation provoked such emotions in Detlef. Keep in mind, he did later murder Delacroix. Killing someone who's grown dear to us, it's bound to elicit strong emotion. Vampires are no different in that regard. Did you see anything else?
There was something. Showed up twice in the vision. A bootblack stand. Dettlauf first met Delacroix there. Went back after the murder, actually.
Peculiar.
Stand was somewhere
Spooky.
in the Port District. And the bootblack acted as if he knew Dettlauf.
That would be even odder. Perhaps we should have a chat with the lad. Though I would expect no breakthroughs.
It's our only lead. I'll go talk to him. Coming with?
I shall join you later if it's no trouble. I don't yet feel strong enough to venture out.
That's fair. Rest up. Be back as soon as I learn anything.
What an interesting quest so far. Where children toil, toys waste away. Find the bootblack who appeared in the vision. Ooh, armor tools. I could have used those a long time ago. Alright, let me see what our uptime is real quick. Uptime. Two hours and 37 minutes. Huh. Alright, yeah, let's make our way out of here. I want to see the sunlight. There we go. Perfect. So how far is the bootblack stand? It's up here at Beauclair Port. There's a lot of notice boards too. I'm sure I could spend hours and hours just on side quests and notice board missions, Witcher contracts. Man, this would be something to come back to even later on down the line, just to do all these side quests, Witcher contracts, just grind it out.
Come on.
But I'm trying to focus solely on story here.
Let's go.
Just the whole main quest. So that way we could go ahead and clear room for more games. This game is super massive. Like, super massive. What's up, Kai Boy? How are you doing?
Who would have thought? Knights trading in wine while some
Just chilling.
guards the common folk.
Chilling and killing. And stuff. Alright, let's find the bootblack.
Bootblacks don't usually work nights. Need to come back during the day.
But it isn't night. Are you pooping me? What even time is it? It's like 6 a.m. Alright, let's make it 8 a.m. Are the bootblacks here now? So when can we do creative mode with new and vaulted guns? Good question, Dino. Okay, now the bootblacks are here. And yeah, no problem, K-Bat. Anything I could do to help.
So how would you explain it? Whether it pours for a week or the sun bakes our pates, we've always mud up to our ankles here.
You can't blame me for Beauclair's fickle weather.
Fickle weather! I've seen you. You empty your chamber pot in front of our shop each morn, so folks will dirty their boots go to you to get them cleaned.
A far-fetched conspiracy theory, sirs.
I'll conspire to welt your bum with my belt. Come here.
Leave him alone.
Just who the spit are you?
Huh. How do we go about this?
His father, and you won't touch him. I won't let you.
Oh, poppycock. I knew his father. A grifter, a cheat, just like his brute.
I'll teach him honesty. He'll not leave muck at our shop door just to draw patrons to his own stall. So back away, drifter.
Not gonna happen.
Won't it?
This is gonna go interesting.
Then we'll thrash you as well, which is all the same to me.
Like Lepiota's
Ha, take that, nubs. Suppress SMG, revolver, smoke grenades, and C4. Oh, nice.
What's the meaning of this? The brawl? Who started it?
I'm investigating the beast, on the Duchess's orders.
Ah, yes. We've heard of you. And these men, what are they doing?
Making things difficult for me.
Obstructing my investigation.
Understood. Right. A few days in the clink ought to teach them not to impede official duchy business. Come on.
You're very good with your fists, sir. Wouldn't be looking for work, would you? We'd make a fine duo.
A duo? What do you mean?
Yeah? How you imagine that working?
Splendidly. That's how. I suggest a partnership, where I see to the boots while you stand guard. And as you're the stronger, come morn you take the chamber pot out and help me make mud.
Bit about the mud's true? They were right to want to box your ears.
I've got to make a living somehow, so what say you, sir? Partners?
Let me think about it.
Need to ask you about that
Listen,
laugh.
I'm interested in a certain gentleman.
Oh, wait! Before we get to talking, please, take a seat.
But my boots are clean.
In this city, no boots are clean unless they just come off my stamp. A seat, sir, please.
Those are nice
So
boots,
then,
too.
Who was it you wanted to ask about?
One of your patrons. Tall, elegant black frock. Not from around here.
An arrival? Indeed. I hear a faint bell ringing. A modest sum might make it sing out loud and clear.
How much?
Let's say 500 crowns.
What? Gotta be kidding me. What would you even do with that kind of coin?
Expand my venture. I'm sure you can imagine. Have a proper stand with a big sign. I want a new box too. New polishes, new brushes.
What a greedy kid.
And if I've enough coin left, I'll buy a share in a launderer's. Get wastewater for free.
Got it all planned out.
I should think so. Capital is all I require.
Alright, let's negotiate.
Alright. Let's see if we can't figure something out.
Why don't we go for 420?
It's not quite... I don't know...
Huh. Let's negotiate up to 444.
See? I knew we'd clinch it.
I'll pay.
Fine. Guess I can agree to that.
1,000 thanks. I shan't forget it. Now to the matter at hand. I know the fellow you seek, though I don't know his name. A steady patron, gets his boots cleaned every few days. He's very good to me. Always pays me a premium.
Know where I might find him?
No, but you could wait here. Perhaps he'll stop by.
Don't have the time for that. Sure you don't know where to find him? Or maybe notice which direction he came from?
When I clean boots, sir, I do not look up to see where folk come from. I clean.
It seems you're having a rough go of it.
Oh, you're here. Feeling better?
I am, thank you. The local necropolis. The air does wonders for me. Now, if I might intercede, I dare say I've the right question to ask. Young man, you see this vial? One drop added to your boot polish will help you wipe even the most encrusted boot clean as the dome of St. Lebioda's Cathedral. With it, you will serve 3 times as many patrons at a fraction of the effort, and piles more coin. I'm prepared to give you this vial if you tell me where the man we seek lives.
But you won't hurt him, will you? The gentleman's art, true, but he's kind.
In point of fact, he's a friend. Yet we had a falling out of sorts and would like to straighten matters out.
I leave his boots at the door of a house near the port. The door is red, but I do not know if the gentleman lives there.
Worth checking. Might happen on a lead.
Would you let me scrape the dirt off your kickers before you go? With all due respect, sirs, your boots could stand a cleaning.
Thank you. Perhaps later.
Dun dun dun. That 8-bit bunny is now online. Again.
Handled that kid pretty well.
Finding the right approach. That's the trick to dealing with children.
Yeah, saw that. Meaning the right thing to bribe them with. Red door. One the boot black mentioned.
Enter the toy shop. Okay, let's go. Car.
Won't budge. Gotta break it down.
You might just as well stand out in the street, pound on a drum and holler, "Detlef, I'm coming for you." A bit more finesse, I implore you.
Let's hear your idea.
Give me a moment.
Pick the lock. Oh. Or I could do that. In through the window.
Nice. Ever consider becoming a burglar? Skill like that'd come in awful handy.
I considered it briefly, but ultimately concluded it would be terribly dull. Come.
Into the toy shop we go.
He here? Sense him.
No, he's not here, but he was here recently. His scent is still strong.
Fascinating.
Let's look around.
Yeah, that horse is still rocking. Search the toy shop using your Witcher senses. An eviction notice. Let's read it. Eviction notice. Due to the non-payment of rent for the premises used for shopkeeping purposes, the Administrative Court of Beauclair orders the tenant Ulrich de Samp to vacate the premises within 7 days. Not complying with this eviction notice shall cause a custodial sentence to be imposed on the debtor. The length of the sentence shall be determined by the debtor's court. Ooh, spooky. Very spooky.
Old toy. No use to anyone. Shame. Must have brought someone joy sometime.
I find these puppets rather disturbing.
Somebody fixed this recently.
New toy, fixed toy, toys and toys, on toys on toys. Letter to the shopkeeper. Dear Master Shopkeeper, for a long time, I've been asking my parents to buy me a toy. Mummy always cries and says that we haven't got any money. Daddy gets cross when I ask him when he will earn some. And once he nearly hit me. My friends have beautiful toys. Laura has a teddy bear, and Michelle has a doll with golden hair that you can brush with a real comb. I worry that I will never have a toy, which is why I am writing to you, Master Shopkeeper. I wanted to write this letter to you a long time ago, but I didn't know how to write then. Now I know. If you have a pretty toy that other children don't want, I'll look after it. It will be happy with me. Please don't laugh at me. I know I am little, but I also know that toys are not really alive. They only live in our imagination, but so what? I would love it very much. Isa. Aw, that's cute.
No dust mark. Somebody moved this here recently. Nice little trinket.
Disturbing.
Sometimes I think I might end up like one of these toys.
What a lit toy shop, though.
Somebody fixed this recently. Attic. Let's go.
I don't want to go in the attic yet.
Somebody moved this here recently. Nice little trinket.
Okay, yeah, but nothing more interesting here. So, to the attic.
So this is his nest. Need to look around.
Suspicious letter.
Detloff van der Eretain, you do not know us, but we know you to be a vampire. We know also of your weakness for the wench they call Renowed. Now you know this. We shall chain her down and let rats feed on her. We shall flay the skin from her flesh. Yet you can save her. You need but travel to Beauclair, where you shall slay 5 men in the manner we prescribe. You must complete the killing in 3 days. Fail, and the next letter you receive will contain a memento of your failure. Your beloved's finger.
Ugh.
There you have it. Proof positive Detlaff killed not of his own accord. A blackmailer sunk his claws into him.
What's up, SSURR? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing?
Any idea what it could be? Detlaff have any enemies?
Indeed. Detlaff gains foes occasionally, but they never live long.
One might have managed to evade him.
Possible in theory, but I know of none. It would have to be someone devilishly dangerous. As you well know, having faced Detlaff yourself, whoever it is someone new.
Who's Renowed, though?
Who's Renowed?
His one-time lover. The sole human woman with whom he was very close. Because she accepted him. With her aid and care, he found a place for himself in this hostile world. She began the work that I strive to continue.
Ever meet her?
Better than you, thanks.
She deserted him.
You think so? Yeah, probably true.
Though he always claimed she'd gone missing.
How do you believe she'd gone
Why
missing?
Think that. Any signs or clues to that effect?
None to be found. Apparently she disappeared one day. Her belongings disappeared with her. Not a scenario one associates with kidnapping. In my humble opinion, she left on her own. Scared off, perhaps, by a bout of Detlaff's rage that revealed his other more monstrous side.
Dettlaff have trouble letting go, accepting that she'd left him?
Is that so hard to believe? Do you know no humans who've struggled with just such a thing? And Dettlaff is so much more emotional than most humans. Not only was she his beloved, his lover, his mate, she was a member of his pack. And one never leaves one's pack voluntarily.
Interesting.
Dettlaff ever try to find her? I mean, if she was that important. Higher vampires have their ways, all kinds. Should have been easy as pie for him.
Geralt, as you rightly noted, we are vampires, not miracle workers. He searched for months on end before giving up. Clearly Renoued knew him all too well. Enough to cover her tracks, leave no way for him to find her.
Even if Renoued did abandon him that time, looks like someone's actually kidnapped her this time.
Hard to argue with that. And hard to foresee what he's prepared to do to free her, get her back.
Fascinating.
He's prepared to kill, that's clear.
As would you be for Yennefer. He kills for he cares for her deeply. And that blood, those individuals...
Yeah, this is my first time SS.
Yeah, I get it now. He's out to rescue a female from his pack.
Exactly.
Right, so someone's blackmailing him. We know that. Still have no idea who. Need to look around some more. Tools were used recently. Dettlaff unwind by fixing toys between murders.
Really now, Geralt, must you?
Nice tune.
Indeed. Not certain why, but it reminds me of home. Our true home from before the conjunction of spheres.
Sometimes I think I might end up like one of these toys. Woman's likeness. Bit smudged. That Renoued.
I don't know. As I said, I never met her.
Reminds me of someone.
Who?
Not sure. Can't help feeling I've seen that face before, though.
Huh. What's up, Blazer? How are you doing? Yeah, welcome to the stream.
Somebody fixed this recently.
I find these puppets rather disturbing.
No dust mark. Somebody moved this here recently. Look, slips of paper, name on each. Count Crespi, Count Dulac, Milton de Peyrac-Peyrin, Count Delacroix.
Dettlaff's victims, one and all. But that's not his hand.
Must have come from whoever wrote the letter. All of it written using the same ink.
Huh. So who's the last victim?
See the color? Ink was dyed with cinnabarite. Rare mineral, pretty much found only in
Nazaire. But I fear it means very little. Anyone could have imported such ink.
Fair enough. Still worth remembering.
Nazaire.
This slip is stained.
With wine. Not much to go on either. Especially not in Beauclair.
Perhaps. Yet perhaps also worth remembering.
What are you doing with your life? What do you mean by that? It seems kind of cocky.
Kinda curious who it could be.
Why is that?
Regis. Somebody kidnapped a vampire's lover. Bold to begin with. Now they're forcing the vampire to kill. A vampire you yourself insisted no murderer. Blackmailer's skilled. Someone special.
Astute. Now that I think of it, I'm beginning to wonder if...
It's not one of your kind? Another vampire?
Precisely. The plot thickens.
Just a hypothesis. Wouldn't set my heart on it till we know more.
Right you are.
Let's sum up what we know. Seems Detlef's being blackmailed. Someone's been feeding him his victims' names.
All noted down using one and the same Nazari ink, and not in his handwriting.
Not much.
But enough to ascertain Detlef's innocence, clearly.
And you're a waste of space on this earth? Huh, it seems someone with an attitude like that is the actual waste of space here. And let's see what we got here. Don't want to breathe the same oxygen with you? What's got you all in a crinkle coming up in a stream like this?
Actually, it is. Detlef's being manipulated. Some lunatics turned him into a tool, making him kill.
So it would seem. But this illuminates a path of action for us. We must find Renowed, render the blackmail senseless. The lunatic or ticks will thus lose hold on Detlef.
That's one idea. Could be worth a shot. But what about Detlef? He gonna go on killing while I'm out searching for his lover?
He will not. I shall convince him to stay his hand. Assure him you're a friend seeking to help. I'll await him here. He's sure to return sooner or later.
Think he'll listen?
He will.
Ought to wait with you, maybe.
No. He'll sense you from a mile off. Simply fail to appear. I'd better stay alone. You must trust me on this.
Fine. Need to report to the Duchess first.
So be it. We'll await you here. Detlef and I both.
Okay, so what's the quest now? Report to the Duchess about your hunt for the beast. Alright.
Nothing doing. Something reeks around here.
And I thought you were gonna be cool, SS. But you're just a troll like the rest of these people.
It matters not that a man's as fit as a fiddle if he never gives his lady a roaring tittle.
All is in order.
Huh. I mean, you coming into a stream like this with this sort of attitude, and you know, you're not gonna change anyone's mind. I mean, you sure as heck aren't gonna change my mind. I don't even know who you are. So you could stick around, troll all you want, but I'm done with you, so yeah, it's best you just leave. Unless you're gonna be cool, then, you know, then I'll talk to you, but if you're just gonna keep being a troll like this, give me watch time, I don't care, but, you know, that's on you, buddy. Yeah, like I said, I'm done with you. I'm pretty happy with my life right now, actually. Seems you're the one that's not. I mean, I'd love to help you, but seems you just want to release your attention onto other people. But yeah, anyways, that's all I really got to say to you. So yeah, keep watching, keep commenting. I don't really care at this point. But yeah, have fun, dude. But how are you doing, Pooper? Welcome to the stream. Wait a minute, BRB. You come just to say BRB? Alright, Pooper. Catch you in a bit. And I'm not sure where the mods always vanish off to, Blazer. They're here and then they're not.
Stocks and the whip await those running riot. The butcher of Bluffican, called to be the savior of Tombstone. Interesting.
But yeah, we're reporting to the Duchess as we speak.
Best cure for the beast, a witcher.
Yeah, no, I already looked at it, Bong. I mean, I'm not gonna give that man any watch time or even look at his crappy content. I mean, looking at his page tells me enough about him. But yeah, how are you doing, Bong Man? Doing great, oh yeah. Pooper, that's your other account, isn't it?
Bluff and wine counsel no half-hearted measures.
So sad and funny at the same time. Yeah, what a guy. Seems he's just not happy with himself, which, you know, hey, what can I do to change him if he's not open to it? Pretty good, hope you're well. I'm doing great, Bong Man. Yeah, just over here enjoying my first playthrough of The Witcher, which I'm almost done with, thank goodness.
Can I shoot your crossbow?
Poopers jumped onto that oh yeah wagon, which I still don't know how I feel about it. I mean, I know the significance of it, but past that, it's like, what's the point?
Geralt of Rivia, Master Witcher.
I was not mistaken. You arrived and trouble followed soon after.
Step aside. Got a matter for the Duchess.
At last, Witcher. We've been on tenterhooks. Did you catch Milton's killer?
So I put some background music. That's more a Twitch thing. Case just got more complicated.
Case is more serious than we thought. The beast, I couldn't kill it. Didn't manage.
We sent you after a monster and you return with nothing? We are very disappointed.
Situation's not quite that simple. Beast's a powerful vampire.
Is this a problem? Is it too much for a witcher? A monster slayer? But everyone knows how to end a vampire. Draw him by trick into sunlight. Or arm yourself with ample garlic and drive a stake through its heart.
Garlic's useless against vampires. Sun and stakes don't hurt him either. Those methods, pure invention. Only work in legends and fables.
And buckthorn? When I was a child, Grandmama Ademarta always claimed buckthorn drives off vampires.
Buckthorn?
Silver sword's your best option for keeping them at bay. But it won't get the job done, because only a higher vampire can truly kill another of its kind.
Excuses. Ha! Your Grace, I shall assemble a battue. Bring the matter to its end at once. The Witcher need but tell us where to find this monster.
The Oh Yeah song searched Maximilian. I mean, I'm good. Stay out of this.
Whoa, this is work for a witcher, not for your guardsmen.
Yet when a witcher fails, my guardsmen must step in. I'll take my best. 40 hardened veterans. No vampire can stand up to that.
40, 50, 100? Doesn't matter. won't make any difference against him.
You have not seen my guardsmen in action.
Can they fight fog? Hit a target that moves faster than the wind?
What's up, Dee Dee?
How?
Yeah, how are you doing, Dee Dee?
What creature can do such things?
Creatures like this one. Higher vampires, we call them. Each one's a little different, unique or exceptional, you might say. Some transform into giant bats. Others communicate with animals, command them.
Yet all are still brainless beasts.
Dead wrong. Thinking of lesser vampires. Alps, Ekamaras, Catacans, for instance. They're ruled by instinct, sure. Attack anything that smells of blood. Higher vampires? They think. They employ reason.
Monsters driven by reason. A curious contention. What, then, do you intend to do?
Okay, at this point, SS, it's just sad. I'm gonna... Yeah. Dee Dee, I'll let you decide what to do with poor SS over here. I don't know if we should put the poor guy out of his misery or just let him continue to waste his time.
It's way beyond being some monster. This is a powerful being that's walked the world for centuries.
Yeah, impossible. If so great is their power, why have they not killed or enslaved us all?
Don't usually meddle in our matters. Mostly stay out of our way because they don't care about humans one way or the other.
And they do not fear we shall wipe them out one day.
They'd probably be pretty amused if you asked them that. They're well aware of their strength.
Then what can we do? Do you have a plan?
Try to talk to him. That's our best bet.
I cannot believe this. Her Grace summons a Witcher to kill a monster. Instead, he wishes to chat with it.
Know what I'm doing. His lover was kidnapped. He's being blackmailed.
Blackmailed? Be so kind as to explain how a vampire might be blackmailed.
A friend request.
Vampires, they're like us, motivated by emotions, not instinct. Not only are they intelligent to an extreme, they're emotionally rich, capable of feeling many things, even love. This one fell in love with a woman, a human, and he'll do anything to keep her from harm.
You do not, I trust, suggest we let Milton's killer go free. Or wait until it murders again. We must render it harmless as quickly as possible.
What am I streaming tomorrow? The Forest. How long will we be streaming? Probably another 30-ish minutes. What am I playing with viewers? 7 Days to Die, if I remember right. Let me just check the poll here real quick. The poll. In the community tab. Yeah, 7 Days to Die. 7 Days to Die is what we'll be playing with the viewers on Saturday. But yeah, I may stream another like 30-ish minutes.
Which is why that's my aim now, to prevent further attacks. Vampires only half the problem. Blackmailers at fault chiefly. Kidnap the woman to control the vampire.
And what do you propose to do?
I'll find the blackmailer, free the vampire's lover.
You were to destroy him, not help him.
No one else should die. That's most important. As soon as the woman's safe, he'll have no more reason to kill.
I admit to being swayed, Witcher. You may be right. Do you know anything about the blackmailer?
Got one lead. A few scraps of paper. Blackmailer wrote the names of the vampire's victims on them. One of them stained. A drop of wine looks like. So damn little to go on.
You've no idea how wrong you are, my dear. Send for the ducal sommelier. Hop, hop!
There's Fat Wolf Bad Mod. I don't know where he went off to.
Wine is sacred. Here there is no such thing as a drop of wine, or stains therefrom. They are stains from a drop of Estest, Ervelus, Fiorano.
Your Grace wished to see me?
But yeah, I'll definitely do that, Blazer.
Show him the paper scrap.
I suffered really, really dark last time, and I don't want to do that again.
Can you determine which wine made this stain?
Yes, yes. The west bank of the Saar too. That's rather obvious. Aged in barrels of Beauclair oak. Hue, deep burgundy. Clarity, high. It's simple. Saint Real, the 1269 vintage.
Interesting.
That's impossible. The wine is produced at Castel Ravello, especially and exclusively for the ducal table. Perhaps some Saint Real was stolen. We must go to the vineyard, see if there's not been an incident.
What's about this wine?
Saint Real. Never heard of it.
It's highly unlikely you've ever had a chance to partake of it. As I said, it is only ever served to the ducal family.
Didn't stop it from ending up on that scrap of paper. Unless your Grace's sommelier is mistaken.
I have not,
In
Pooper.
matters of wine, Benoit is never mistaken. If he says it's Saint Real, it is Saint Real. We must ride to Castel Ravello at once. Discover what has happened.
What do you mean we?
Wait. Your Grace wants to go with me? Out of the question.
I hope you do not suppose we will
Alright,
sit on
see
our
a Blazer
ducal
and
journey
really,
do
Pooper?
nothing while our duchy is in grave danger.
Your Grace, what you propose is far too dangerous. The Witcher should go alone.
It pleases me to see you gentlemen finally agree on something. But I've made my decision. We shall go, accompanied by the best possible escorts. You, Captain, and Geralt. We will travel incognito. We've no wish to give the court any reason to gossip. For the duration of this mission, I release you from your obligation to adhere to court protocol. In short, from now on, I am Anna Henrietta, not your Grace.
Yes, Your Grace. Witcher, are you ready?
Let's do this.
Yeah, ready to go.
Excellent. Give me a moment. I must don something more appropriate and concealing. Then we will be off.
It's a nice sunny day with a man fishing in the mountains towering over. I should look this up later. Sounds interesting. Go to YouTube and search for Inside Dishing. German police found it. Alright. Will do.
This vampire, have you ever faced its sort before?
I have.
How did it end? Did you kill it?
Didn't have to fight him. Hadn't killed anyone.
Have you ever heard of anyone defeating such a vampire?
Know of a man who defeated one, sure, but he didn't manage to kill it. Ultimately, only another vampire can kill a vampire.
Wait, BRB? Alright, Pooper. Will be on my other channel 27 and get more views compared to this one.
Stay back, Your Grace. We shall see to this.
Back, you beast! Be gone!
Slow.
Help! Save us! Back, you beast! Be gone! Save us! Back, you beast! Be gone!
Yeah, sometimes views come easy, sometimes they just don't.
Done. Time to move on.
If not for you, we'd have been done for.
They were fortunately happened by.
You saved our lives.
Hooray!
Hooray. Saw your face, I'll find you.
Tell me more about this.
Really, Nolly?
Castel Ravello.
It's the best in all Tucson. An old master of the winemaking trade runs it. Fabricio.
He trustworthy?
He's held his post for years. There's never been a problem. Till now. I wish to know your thoughts, Geralt. The Sonreal stain, how did it wind up on the paper? Is someone from the vineyard blackmailing the vampire?
Could be a servant. Could be the steward. Could it be the wine was just stolen from the estate?
We shall know when we arrive. It's not far now.
Go, go. Slow now. Whoa.
Go to Google and search up paintings by Hitler, and he actually made good paintings. Yeah, I heard Hitler was an artist before.
We did not expect any visitors from the palace. How are affairs at court?
Doubtless you've heard of the Beast of Beauclair. Well, we've our hands full. Especially since the rogue last attacked in the palace gardens.
I trust Her Illustrious Highness was not harmed?
Kind of you to ask, Master Fabricio. I am well.
Your Grace? We were not warned. I shall order the salon prepared at once.
That won't be necessary. As you can see, we are not here on an official visit.
Naturally. Might I ask then what has brought you to Castel Ravello?
Make you wish you were never born. Alright, who are you, Nolly? Yeah, who do you think you are? Oh wait, you're just a troll. Who cares?
Game to see you. Got some questions.
In this land, it is seen as polite to introduce oneself before asking any questions.
This is Geralt of Rivia, a witcher. He has come to Toussaint on my personal invitation.
Which is to say...
Which is to say, I expect you to treat him with the utmost respect.
Of course, Your Grace.
Did you hear that, Witcher? Fabricio will be delighted to answer your every question.
Want to talk about Sonreal?
I am at your service.
Yep, trolling day. You came back on the perfect day, Dee Dee. It's trolling day all over again.
Some of this wine might have been stolen. Just a suspicion we have, but any burglaries lately?
Burglaries? Not to my knowledge. And a few days past I took stock of the inventory. All was accounted for. The barrels lie safely in the cellar, I assure you.
This Sonreal, how many vineyard workers have access to it?
One might say only I do.
Not like you make the wine all alone. At least a dozen others work here.
I see you've little notion how wine is made. Grapes travel a long road before they become Sonreal.
Are you sure?
Assist me only to the stage of fermentation. I see to the maceration personally, and let no one near the fat. Workers, again, assist me during barreling, but then I seal the aging barrels myself, each and every one. The wine lies in the cellar, gains character. Once this process is complete, it becomes Sonreal. And as it happens, only I have the key to the cellar in question.
We'll not get anywhere asking questions, I see. It's a waste of time.
Your Grace? How am I to understand this?
Master Fabrizio, we have proof someone's gained access to Sonreal.
Oh yeah, wait, wrong
Someone
account.
who should not have, which means one of two things. Either you lied to our face, or you are an idiot who has had wine stolen from under his nose and not even realized it. In either case, you shall answer for it.
But...
Silence! And listen. I shall inspect the barrels in person, thus giving you time to reflect. When I return, I expect to hear answers. Remind me, where is this Sonreal stored?
In the main cellar, around the corner. I'll show you.
I shall find it. Give me the key to the cellar and wait here.
Oh, of course, Your Grace. Here it is.
Come, Witcher.
And yeah, Pooper back on that account.
We shall wait here, Master Fabrizio.
What if Fabricio's blackmailing the vampire? Considered that?
He has his flaws, but I would never suspect him of such a thing. He's been very loyal. He owes all he has to me. His father frittered away the family fortune. He left his son an encyclopedic knowledge of wine. That is all. Fabrizio lived as a beggar until I appointed him steward at Castel Ravello. Only then did he come into his own.
Is this Pooper you speak of? Alright, never-ending army. If you must insist I call you that. Even though I know that's not who you are.
So where do we start?
Let us see if all the barrels are present. Here's the inventory ledger.
Read the wine register. Now ignite the fire. I want to read the wine. There we go. Who is who? You are Pooper Stupor, and Pooper Stupor is Never-Ending Army.
Tapped above sediment line. Here it is. Barreling. Everything lines up at first glance. Neatly and thoroughly documented.
Then we must follow our other lead. Benoit said the stain came from the 1269 vintage. Let's find it.
Sangreal 270. 1270 vintage.
1270 vintage.
That's the wrong year. Keep looking.
That's 1273.
Got Lamino over here.
$12.72 vintage.
Fiorano, Dandelion's favorite, adores it.
Ah, yes, that sophisticated palate of his.
Est 1269.
I think everyone and their mother's heard of this wine.
Among the best in the world. Castel Ravello is famous for it.
Ervelus?
Ervelus. I like it. Quite dry.
An excellent wine. You've good taste.
Alright, be right back, guys. I think it's Pooper space underscore. Oh, so you must know who this Pooper is. Or you are this Pooper. See, I got you. Pamino. Right, let me go back up. There it is.
Right here. 1269. What now?
Let's see if any barrels are empty.
Want to open them?
For now, a knock will suffice. If you hear a hollow thud, we will have found what we seek.
Full.
This one is full.
This one's full too. Full.
Just checking out the super chin. Almost sent $500. Jeez, dodged a bullet there. Wouldn't that be a crazy thing to accidentally do?
This one's full too.
Did I examine every single one? There's one over here I have yet to examine.
Full. Looks like all the barrels are full. Dead end, I'm afraid.
Full they are. The question is, are they full of Sanrial?
Oh.
Grab a tap and a hammer. We shall open them one by one and taste.
Find barrel taps and find tapping hammer.
Wooden hammer for tapping barrels. Barrel taps. Got the taps.
Then get to work. Let's broach those barrels.
Ready.
Step aside.
Yeah, soon 1.8. Yeah, 1.8K, soon 1.9K.
So?
I'd recognize this taste anywhere. This one is good.
But yeah, 2K subs is the face reveal. As it's been for the longest time. Is that one good? Oh, that one might not be good.
Revolting, bitter plonk.
Could have gone sour while aging.
Impossible. This is not wine. This is contaminated refuse that should never have made it into a barrel. The fact that it did was no accident, I'm sure.
Master Fabricio. Let's see what he has to say about it.
But yeah, I did a setup tour, not exactly a room tour. But yeah, face reveal at 2K subs. So once we hit 2,000, that'll be the time.
Master Fabricio, I am very disappointed.
But your grace,
You are a step away from losing your head. Speak the truth and you might yet keep it.
I admit it. I sold a barrel of Sanrial. I beg you to forgive me.
Why did you do it?
I couldn't resist. The sum they offered, it was enormous. I gave in.
Is what I provide not enough?
I wished to buy back my family's estate. For here, nothing is truly mine. I've a roof over my head.
Oh, nice,
ample
Didi.
food to
1K
eat, but
Twitter followers.
What is a nobleman without land of his own?
That's a pretty big goal.
I shall tell you everything.
And yeah, maybe Never-Ending
Show
Army.
me mercy.
Maybe. If it was a legit $20 and it was, you know, kept personal, then I'd think about it.
Who do you sell the wine to?
A few weeks past at the pheasantry, a rich nobleman approached me. He called himself a diplomat, well connected at court. He suggested we embark on an enterprise. Some of his clients had offered dizzying sums for even a drop of Sonreal. He was to serve as intermediary.
This man's name?
He never revealed it. He was tall, black-haired, and spoke with a foreign lilt. He claimed to hail from Sintra.
Just give me a week and I might have.
Aristocrat at court.
Yeah, that's by your choice, though. I mean, I personally would just be a person fine with waiting.
Really thought nobody'd find out.
I was a fool, very foolish. I beg you, Your Grace, you must forgive me.
Wine itself, how'd you hand it over?
We met under the cover of darkness in the ruins of Fort Astre. A dozen or so men came to collect. Armed men, the kind that stink of trouble. I had hauled the barrel there. They transferred it to their cart, and we went our separate ways.
That's it? That the last you ever saw of them?
That is to say, a few days passed. A messenger arrived. He said they wished to buy another barrel and, well, I've prepared it. Have it ready to deliver.
Gain 900 when the guy with 3 million start following me. I follow him back and gain 900 in 2 days. Dang, who's this guy that could give active followers so easily? What, 50 to 100 equal? Oh, that depends on what you ask, to be honest.
That's enough. Know all we need to know.
Your Grace, I beg your forgiveness.
Get out of my sight. Captain, have your men take Master Fabrizio to the dungeon. He must answer for his crime. High treason the charge. What now, Witcher?
We set a trap. Need to catch the wine thieves. Sentry and Noble could be our blackmailer. Next, transport. I'll take it to Fort Astra. Damien and his soldiers will cover me.
For once, I agree with you. We will do as you say. Let me know when you are ready.
We can start.
See no reason to wait. Let's get going.
We will
Deepest, darkest secret? That might work for 100.
You take the cart and meet us there.
Fine. When the handoff begins, watch for my signal.
But that'd be a waste of money, honestly. I don't have that many, like, deeply dark, twisted secrets. Anything you could say now?
Relax.
Not sure.
favorite vintner.
Any deepest, darkest, juiciest secrets to tell? Nah, not on stream, definitely not. Well, since 500 is a lot of money, I mean, you know, that, I basically, you know, give anything you want, no questions. That is a lot of money. Would you cry with $500? If it was legit, definitely.
Is it just me, or did we agree you'd wait for my signal?
That was the plan, but...
Great shot. Good thing you reacted. Can't say how that would have ended otherwise.
At your service. It was a good fight. We managed to capture one of the scoundrels.
Let's ask him a few questions. Come on.
Witcher, a moment. I was wrong about you.
Had no reason to trust me.
Well, had no reason to trust me, and I didn't do much to change that.
True. You are not the most endearing of men. At any rate, I see the effort you put forth. And I appreciate it. Let us go to her grace. She awaits nearby.
Most I would legit cry about, maybe like 200? I don't know. I don't cry in command either, though. It's just all if I'm in that mood. Might have known she'd come.
Not at all surprised. Expected she'd want to oversee this personally.
The Master's eye fattens the calf. You're beginning to understand that, I see. This prisoner of yours, bring him to me. We must ask him some questions. Captain, do the honors.
Who sent you?
His name is Dog. They say he plowed your mother.
That's a lie.
Once again, who sent you?
Your nun's lover. They call it...
Wait. He doesn't wish to speak. He needed. I can think of several other ways he can be helpful. I'm certain the Witcher will need bait to lure the beast of Beauclair.
What?
Great idea.
Sure can. Fresh out.
In that case, he's all yours.
Captain, have your men find me a strong rope. Kind that won't snap when we hang this fellow from a tree.
Rope?
Live bait. Great for monsters, provided they catch the scent of its blood. But I'll see to that.
What? No. Crikey, no! Don't let him!
Stop screaming. Save your strength. Got a long night ahead of you.
I've donated 50. No, I hope
don't
not.
Let him. I'll talk.
You hope not what? Where are these barrels going?
Where were you gonna take them?
I don't know.
Captain, need that rope after all.
I truly don't know. Hornet's the leader, only he ever knew where to go. But he lies over there, dead. That one. The first barrel went to a warehouse at the port. But where this one was bound, I don't know. I speak true. You must believe me.
Who hired you?
He'll kill me.
Ought to be worried about me right now. Who is he?
Go on, man. Spit it out.
The Cintrian. That is what they call him. I've never seen him, but I know he mustered the men for this caper. That's what they said, that we were working for the Cintrian. I don't know.
I can't, maybe my sisters.
I swear it.
Cooper, you nut.
Take him away. Throw him in the dungeon. He shall await trial there. Captain, we ride to town. Gather your men and seek out the Cintrian. Someone else must have seen him, must know of him.
Yes, Your Grace. I'll report to the palace as soon as I learn anything.
I shan't return to the palace. Our mission has not yet ended. The Witcher and I will await you at the guard post near the port.
Let's go.
Let's go to town.
Yeah, once I find a good stopping point, I'll end the stream. You know, eat some dinner, relax and watch some YouTube. The good stuff, the good kush.
It's late.
Relax, he'll come.
There's something I'd like to know. How can you be so damned calm?
Side effect of my mutations. We Witchers rarely get the jitters.
What if something has happened to him?
Captain seems like a man who can take care of himself.
Perhaps he can, but this Cintrian appears to be no common bandit. He managed to steal ducal wine from under my guardsman's noses. We only learned of it through a fortunate coincidence. And it was he who specified the victims for the vampire. One must be exceptionally confident to blackmail such a monster.
I want her birthday tomorrow, so I can't do that to her. See, I can be good. Hey, Pooper good, that good. Centurion could actually be a middleman.
Still don't know this Cintrian's behind the kidnapping and blackmail. Might have just handled the theft of the wine.
Even if it's so, he then sold the wine to the blackmailers. As I see it, that makes him an accomplice.
Need to find the Cintrian, whether or not he's responsible for the murders. Even if none of it's his doing, he could still know our blackmailer's identity. Besides, it's one thing to know who ordered the killings. Other thing entirely and just as important is why they... Someone's coming.
Captain, why so long? We expected you hours ago.
This Cintrian does not work alone. We are fighting an organization, not one man. Bandits attacked us, not a small force either. One of my boys has a broken arm, another a shattered knee, lamed for life. And the word on the street is there's a hefty bounty on your head, Geralt.
Not the first time. 722, I don't know what she wants to do. Any ideas? Yeah, I don't know what she likes to do, Pooper. When you know?
Down to business. You learn anything?
I will start at the beginning. The port warehouse where the wine was delivered. We identified it, then learned who had hired it out. This proved to be a beggar, a stand-in. We found him. He admitted all. A man had paid him to sign the lease, a man he met while begging outside the pheasantry. There, fate lent us a hand. A waitress recalled spilling wine on a nobleman who spoke with a Cintrian accent.
What did he look like?
Her description was not helpful. Handsome, well-dressed, with a beard. No distinguishing marks. This could be anyone. But she remembered his female companion very well, as she recognized her. On the Cintrian's arm was Cecilia Bellant.
The singer? I've heard of her. She's said to be gifted, very.
The same. We went to her home immediately. Cecilia was not there, but we questioned her servants. A chambermaid claimed Cecilia is to meet a Cintrian gentleman tonight. She'd invited him to a reception mounted by the Mandragora.
Well, she's always at her friend's house. I need ideas. Huh. I really don't have any ideas, Pooper.
The Mandragora. What's that?
A club, an affiliation of local artists. Painters, sculptors, troubadours, and dancers.
Never heard of it.
They exude mystique, consciously, I think. Behaving like an exclusive cabal. Artistic elites. Every now and again they mount soirees. Only wealthy patrons are invited. All arrive in elaborate masks, then drink and flirt.
Need to nab the
Gotta
Cintrian.
nab the Cintrian. Seems we have to go to that get-together.
You read my mind, Witcher. I shall gather my men, surround the establishment. Not a mouse will squeeze through.
Out of the question. If the Cintrian truly does have men about the city, he will find out and escape once again.
Duchess is right. Need to be careful. Best go there, blend in with the crowd.
Precisely what we shall do.
We, Your Grace.
Geralt and I. In that sort of company, the Witcher could use my help.
Where's the event gonna be held?
The Mandragora always assembles at the same place. A residence in Oatville. It's a very distinguished district. Geralt, you must don appropriate attire. Then meet me in Oatville, in Mountebank Alley.
Hold on, no problem. Quest completed. The wine is sacred.
I should double the patrols, just in case. Audacious rat, the Cintrian. But we'll get him.
Ooh. That's some good stuff right there.
I should double the patrols, just in case.
Hey, by the way, it's Firefox Best YouTuber. Subscribe to my channel if you agree. And welcome back, Pooper and Levi. Oh yeah, it's best to just keep the whole set on, actually. Use a weapon repair kit from both of the swords. Now we only have one, okay. All the warhammers and a strong weapon. But we have a better crossbow. And I'll drop that. Use the split bolts. And we could drop the Order of the Flaming Rose sword. So anything?
Audacious rat, the Cintrian. But we'll get him.
I don't have a single idea, to be honest. Like, you seem to have no clue. I have no clue. She doesn't drink, so that isn't a thing. Like, I don't know, man. But yeah, with that, that'll be the end of the stream. Be sure to drop a like if you guys haven't already. Subscribe if you're new. Turn on the post notifications. And I'll see you guys on the Forest Friday tomorrow. That's how you fail me. So sorry, Pooper, but I have no idea, honestly. I'm not a miracle worker. I need stuff to work with. But anyway, I'm gonna go eat some great food, watch some great YouTube, maybe get on some Fortnite a little later. So if you guys see me get on Fortnite, the lobby will be open. Keep yourself safe. Good save. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow on the forest. So peace out, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great night. I'll see you in the next one.